Hello everyone, Dark Sorpheus here, bringing you a game of Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and it's actually my first gameplay for a couple of months, I believe. It's complicated. I ordered a PVR for Christmas, and it didn't work. That's basically the ins and outs of it. It didn't work. So, yeah, so this is just recorded in my iPod as usual, which is a bit of a shame because I was looking forward to getting my PVR and making my video quality better for you guys and for myself, so I can just be satisfied with my videos, that I've made them to the best quality that I could, but sadly it just wasn't to be. In this gameplay I start off badly, and in the end I get better until I get a half decent game. And it's important to bear in mind that this was my first ever game on this map, so I did not know where I was going at all. So I'm a bit baffed in this game, but I think I pulled it together alright. I think I get 30 kills, which is not great, but for my first game on this map I was pretty pleased actually. And it was one of my first games with the Peacekeeper. I'd already unlocked the red dot, but only I think one game before this I unlocked the red dot, so it was very early on in my Revolution DLC playthrough, I guess you could call it. That's another thing. I ordered Revolution a bit late because I'm on PS3, and PS3 comes a month later for you Xbox guys. You're lucky. But I ordered it even later, actually. Well, I didn't order it later. I downloaded it a bit late because my PS3 is actually the slowest thing in the universe. It's actually appalling in speed. It was taking a couple of hours to download the DLC, so I decided to download it in parts, and it was much quicker, and I downloaded it. But this was 3 or 4 days after Revolution came out on the PS3. Bit annoying, I guess. But anyway, my thoughts on the Peacekeeper. I think it's a good gun, but I think it's got a very niche role that it fills, and that is medium range. And I like my submachine guns up close and personal, if you know what I mean. That was kind of creepy. Yeah, so I like my SMGs to be good at close range, and that's not really what the Peacekeeper is good at. It's good at medium range. It's fantastic at medium range. It's awful at long range, and it's awful at close range. So it's only good at medium range. So it's a very niche fulfilling weapon, I guess. Whereas the MSMC, despite the recent patch to it, is pretty good at most ranges apart from extreme long range. It's fantastic at close range. It can cope at medium range, but long range it's not the best. You'll hardly hit anything really, unless you're MLG Pro. And this is a bit of noobish gameplay with the Cat 40, because I realised that the Ballista was not the best gun to use on this map, because, well, I was against a pretty decent team actually, but usually snipers would be pretty good for this map, but in this game I had a lot of close and personal encounters with a few members of the opposite team, which was a bit terrifying actually, because I've never played on this map before this game, that is. I've played on it now 3 or 4 times. Yeah, and I like this map. I can't remember its name, but I think it's pretty good. But my favourite of the maps in the DLC is probably Grind. Or Hydro. No, Grind. Because Grind is very close range, the sort of thing that I like, close and personal. It's just my sort of map, I guess. But this map is more long range, so I can snipe on it, which is good because I like sniping. I'm not the best at it, especially not in Black Ops 2. In Modern Warfare 3 I was pretty good, actually, but in this game, well, sniping isn't as good as it was in Modern Warfare 3, I don't think. The only gun that reminds me of a Modern Warfare 3 sniper is the Ballista, but that has pretty low damage for a bolt action, which is a shame actually, because I like the Ballista, I like the feel of it. I think it sounds good, feels good, I just like the feel of it. The damage, as long as you aim above the chest, it's perfectly reasonable, but if you're pretty inaccurate, but you are quite good at getting your aim on target, if that makes sense, then the DSR is the best sniper for you. I prefer the Ballista because I do a fair bit of quick scoping, even though most of the snipers in Black Ops 2 scope in quite slowly. I do attempt to quick scope every now and then. Even if it is futile, I try, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That's the thing with quick scoping. You need to try at it and see if you can find your mojo, I guess. In Modern Warfare 3, eventually, after a long time of trying, I found out that my favourite sniper was the MSR, obviously, because that was the best sniper, but I really did like the 11-8A as well. That was a pretty beastly sniper. I used that for most of the levels that were in Modern Warfare 3, because the MSR was unlocked very late in the Prestige, so I used the L11 for a long time. I didn't really like the Barrett or the AS50. I just felt they were a bit hit and miss, really, and the RSS and the Dragon are awful. So that pretty much sums up Modern Warfare 3 for you. Not the best COD ever, but nonetheless decent. This COD, however, Black Ops 2, is probably my favourite COD that I've played, and that is quite a thing, because I played most CODs. It's a bit bad though, because I actually haven't played COD 4 ever. I played most of the other CODs. I think I played COD 1, COD 2, COD 5, obviously World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2. But I've never played COD 3, and I've never played COD 4. Those are the CODs that I missed out. And I know COD 4 is the best COD ever, everyone says that. So I'm going to try and invest in a copy if there aren't too many hackers, because I'm aware of the hacker scenario, and I'm not a fan of hackers, because in World at War, they were everywhere. Pretty much everywhere, and it was difficult to find a lobby that they weren't in. And supposedly that's even more so in COD 4, so I'm not sure whether I want to buy it or not, because a good game can be ruined by hackers. World at War was a pretty good game, and for the most part in multiplayer it was ruined by hackers, which is a shame. It's such a shame. When a game becomes too popular, people try and abuse the game, so it's just a bit sad, I guess. Anyway, so the Peacekeeper's a good gun, but not the best. My favourite SMG still, even after the recent patch, is the MSMC. Whoop whoop! Because it's good at the role that I use it in, which is close to medium range. It hasn't got the most recoil in the category, which is good. Even though it's been nerfed to give it more recoil, it's still relatively controllable with the sensor speed and everything. It's pretty controllable. The PDW now is quite difficult to control, actually, more so than the MSMC. It's been nerfed to oblivion, really. It's not the gun that it was, which is a good thing, because it was so OP back in the early days of Black Ops 2. It was a bit of a problem, I guess. all the noobs running about with the PDWs. Not that I have anything against them, it's just that it's their decision, but it did make me rage a few times, I must say. But the MSMC, I don't see it as much as the PDW, and in my opinion, it's less OP because it doesn't have the 50 round mag, and it's just less OP, I guess. So we win that game, which is good, and that's a nice game of COD Black Ops 2 for you. So thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and do whatever you can to be awesome. You're always awesome. Love you guys. Okay, see you soon. Bye bye.